What up, folks? I'm ultrazillatoys, and today I have a review of the Transformers Legacy United INFERNAC universe Bouldercrash. That's right, my zillions. Got this little core class figure from Transformers that looks pretty cool, and it's one of two, and I decided to do this little one first. You know, I believe this one is newer than the other one. The deluxe class one, which is Magnius. I got them both. I got them both on Amazon. I was on the fence about these. I really kind of wanted to check these out. These interesting INFERNAC universe, which we've never heard of before this. Figures, because they're kind of like a cross between like a Transformers tribute to both Inhumanoids, which had like this, kind of planet that appears on what was it, Headmasters? It's a tribute to that in a way. There's like a species there that's kind of like this, as well as Rock Lords. So cross those two things with Transformers, and you got what is some interesting armorizers, that's what they are, for this line. Kind of like, the skeleton bones were a few lines ago. There's been other ones as well. We've covered some. There was one of those armor bone ones that I never reviewed that I have. I don't know where it went. The pterodactyl one. I can't even remember what it was called. But anywho, I really liked Rock Lords. I don't remember a lot about Inhumanoids, to tell you the truth. I thought it was cool at the time, I remember, but not something I really had anything of. But I had Rock Lords. So this line, this like sub-line within the line, this INFERNAC universe was kind of interesting to me. So let's check them out, shall we? So without any further ado, let's get to the review. So here is a Bouldercrash out of the package, and he's a cool little bot. He is a little weird. He's got a big post coming out of his back, like a tail almost. This is because he's gonna be a weapon. He's a weaponizer, an armorizer, whatever. He's mostly a weapon guy, but that's cool. That's very cool. And just to clarify, all the influences and stuff, like there's definitely Rock Lords here, obviously. The Inhumanoid side of this is because the INFERNAC universe INFERNAC is from Inhumanoids. That name is from Inhumanoids. And then there was an episode of Headmasters, like I was saying. Looked it up in between, right after the opening. There is an episode of Headmasters where they do fight the, couple of the characters confront these rock-looking, creatures that are very Rock Lord-esque. So there you go. 3 different things that are all rolled in to the creation of these guys, and that's pretty cool. I just wanted to clarify that because I mentioned all those things, but it just kind of not in the right order. Anyway, as you can see, Bouldercrash comes with this really, and by the way, Ultrazilla Jr. really likes this little guy. He's kind of like a lava rock or something. It's really cool. He's got this really big, giant weapon that obviously becomes part of the bigger weapon. But it's got a nice red blade at the end. I really like that. I like how it looks. I like the red. It's sharp. It's kind of like the red that's kind of running through him. But then there's this other color too here. Like, I don't know what you call that color, but there's another color paint there that's good. And then the base color is pretty nice overall. And I'm just saying the base of the whole thing, even though this is a weapon, but it's the same plastic colors and paint colors throughout. But this is pretty nice. I do like it. I think it works. Doesn't really go on anywhere else, I don't think. Maybe it could go on here. I don't know. Right now, I don't see it, but it's cool. You know, it's got like the red running through it on the rocky parts, and very nice weapon. Anyway, this is a really cool figure. I do like it, like I keep saying. You know, even with all this junk in the trunk, he's also got this giant wheel on his back. But look at all the colors in it. It's pretty cool. You know, there's a couple different paint variances, and I like that. You know, some metallics in there, some coppers. Really, really nice. His arms are kind of simple, but you know, you got the rocky features up here, which look all right. And the body, I'm going to zoom in because I feel like it wants to unfocus on this guy. The body looks pretty good. Again, you got that red running through him, and that looks very, very nice. The head sculpt is awesome. Really like it a lot. I love his, like, kind of coppery, like, metallic pink almost faceplate. And then the eyes are very nice in that red. Got more red up there, more pinks. Real nice going down the body. Again, you got that rocky motif, especially in the legs. Looks fantastic all the way down to the feet. The paint looks pretty decent throughout, running through it. Again, like a lava rock type thing. You got more wheels back here. You do have some hollowness back here. That's fine. It is a core class figure. You do have diecast content, though. Hey, look at that. Big old bolts there of diecast metal. And there's some more diecast around. Don't ever discount the die-cast on these mainline Transformers, you naysayers of Hasbro, because there's die-cast content. I just showed you. This looks cool. I like it. He's really nice. I don't know. He's got really interesting proportions. Good. I don't know. It's cool, and he's got articulation too. Head moves on the ball joint. The body does turn. Even with that big thing, you know, not all the way, because you do get hit. You probably can go all the way around, actually, if you just move things out of the way a little bit. And then the shoulders move up. There is like a... I was going to say there was a click, but then you're just pulling this out, really. So when you do that, you're going to end up pulling it out, because it stops right there. It is what it is. Don't pull it out. Ball joint at the elbow as well. Nothing in the wrists. The legs are on ball joints too. You got that same thing going on when it's a little bit hindered, but if you pull it out, you're probably going to push it out. Look, I think it can do full split after all. I don't know what's going on with my voice right now. We'll get through it. Back. So that's good. Ball jointed knees as well. And that's it. That is the articulation. You know, you are a little hindered here and there, but I don't know. I like this guy overall. I think it looks pretty good. He does. And for your size comparison in robot mode, here is a Bouldercrash with my previous Transformer review with Scorponok here. And upcoming Magnus. He is also one of these dudes. You will see him coming soon. I'm not exactly sure when. But yeah. Those guys all look great. I love how this guy looks with these guys. There's something about the aesthetics of these that I'm just super enjoying right now. A good start to the year for me personally. Very small start to the year, but a good one with Transformers. I'm liking all three of these guys. And for a couple of other Transformers comparisons, here he is with Studio Series B and the animated Optimus, who we will use as the holder of Bouldercrash as a weapon, just like it says in the instructions. But before we have to transform him into a weapon, we gotta transform him into a vehicle, a motorcycle no less. A rock motorcycle. Yeah, sure, why not? So without any further ado, let's transform and roll out. Here is Bouldercrash in his tricycle mode. Yeah, he's kind of like a trike. Very odd, but very cool. I gotta say, it's weird. It's like It's kind of like a Mad Max vehicle, but rocks. I don't know what to think of it. It's an interesting thing. This thing doesn't want to stay in there, though. It's supposed to stay in there, but pops out. Oh, well. Not a big deal. I'm probably never using it for this mode anyway. But you can see the wheels better. It's interesting. It's different. I do like how that comes into there. That's pretty cool. I don't know. It's not bad. I mean, you know, it's not terrible. It isn't, you know? I don't know. It rolls. That's cool. Yeah, I guess it works. You know, I kind of like how the front looks like that. Yeah, I mean, we're not going crazy with the details, but we can look at the front a little bit. The paint looks good there. Around the wheel and on these things here, spokes, whatever they're called. I don't know. They look good. Looks pretty good. And, you know, just to bring in our usual size comparison, here it is with an Optimus Prime, you know. I mean, an Optimus Prime all folded up like that, you know. This guy doesn't look so small. It actually works out very, very nicely being a bike. Stay back. So, yeah, there you go. So, bringing back our animated Optimus and checking this out again. All you do is this. And then you got that there. And that's, I believe that's it. You then use a weapon. Some sort of crazy sword of some sort. Right? I think that's all it is. Well, although that's not fitting in his hand very well. Unless I'm doing something wrong. Oh, I guess like that. But that is supremely heavy. I feel like it's supposed to be doing something else with this. Does it attach somehow? The directions are very, very vague on this part. It does look like he's holding this, which doesn't really hold very well. I'm a little confused as to what the directions are saying. You know what? We're gonna get rid of that Optimus because I feel like his hand doesn't really hold it well. I mean, it's supposed to just go in like that. Ah, this one holds it better. This Optimus holds it better, but it's very heavy. It's a tad too heavy. What about our other dude? Our other rock dude. Let's see. Can definitely hold it. He holds it better. There you go. It takes a rock to hold a rock. Yeah, it's silly. It doesn't look good. It kind of looks better like this being a weapon for just, you know, this mode. But can we use this maybe as a weapon? Otherwise, I don't think so. Because that's not a 5mm port. See, that would have been good if you could have used just this part with anybody, but you can't. This goes there, and this is supposed to be the weapon. I think as a weapon it fails. But, you know, I don't know. Doesn't really prevent my enjoyment of this little guy, but it would have been cool if it looked like a cool weapon, but it doesn't. And my final thoughts, but before we get to that, I did want to show that this wheel assembly actually can go a little more flush down on its back, so it's a little bit better. I had it up a little bit, but there's like a very hard detent there, but it looks better now. It's cooler. I didn't realize that right away, but yeah, it does do that. So anywho, like I said, the weapon itself is terrible. Not the weapon on him, but when this becomes a weapon, it's terrible. It doesn't really hold in hands very well, and it just looks bad. You know, the vehicle mode is kind of cool. It's different. A rock motorcycle tricycle thing is kind of neat. It's very, very interesting. I like it as the tribute it is. I think this is a cool idea for armorizers. Not that this guy becomes an armorizer, more of a weaponizer, but I like it. I think it's neat, and definitely in this robot mode, it is very, very cool. I like the color scheme a lot. I feel like the proportions are excellent. The head sculpt is really, really fantastic. I don't know. It's a fun one to play around with, and hold in your hand and pose around. Even with the giant post, I do like holding it like this. It's fun. It works. It works. I don't know why, but it works, and it's cheap. It's just a core class $10 figure. So it's a lot of fun. I don't know. Not a best of the year candidate or anything, but I guess not everything needs to be, right? As long as you're having fun with stuff, it is kind of cool. And this does have some neat playability. There you go. Nice little, pocket robot, hand robot, little despot, if you will. Alright, that's my review. All of those things. That's my review. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you're new to the channel, why don't you go ahead and sub yourself for daily content, and let me help you diversify your collection with some Transformers. Till next time, peace out, peeps.